Hello everyone, welcome, my name is Reaygun, and welcome to this Warframe video, where today we'll be talking about the Sisters of Parvos update coming to the game. So the very first thing about this update is we're getting a new type of Lich. This is for the Corpus faction, obviously called the Sisters of Parvos. They appear on an Corvus ship when you reach rank 1 in the Granum Void. They hunt you down, of course, like Liches, and collect taxes in areas that they control. The main difference here is that they have robotic dogs, which you kill to reveal the Requiems, and of course you get new companions, which of course go towards your master rank with the XP. Just like the Kuva Liches, you can either kill them for new weapons and ephemeras, or recruit them to summon in missions, but the nice speciality here is that you can also use them as a Railjack crew member. To actually start the Sister of Parvos update and start seeing them, you have to complete the War Within and Call of the Tempestari quests, plus kill your active Kuva Lich if you have an active one. Now, alongside the Sisters of Parvos being added to the game, Kuva Liches also received an update. This is where the final showdown is now in the Proximus via Railjack, similar to the Sisters. They also have a new streamlined Lich system, which is actually insane, as they've added a new murmur system that identifies known Requiems faster. They have a new Requiem mod called All, which drops from Liches and essentially works as an all-in-one Requiem, so it will be correct in any slot you place it in the Parazon. There's also a new gear item now that allows you to summon your sister or Lich at any time on an influence node, which is basically an area they control. Now, just like Kuva Liches, there are also weapons that the sisters drop. There are 8 new weapons. These are called Tenet weapons. Some of these weapons have a Granum attaché system, which basically just reloads the weapon when holstered. The first one is the Tenet Envoy, which is a rocket launcher. Then we have the Tenet Diplos, which is a dual-wielding lock-on pistols, which sound absolutely nuts, kind of reminds me of the guns from Titanfall. And then we have the Tenet Spyrex, which is a pistol that shoots rail slugs and increases reload speed on headshot. Then we have the Tenet Tetra, which is an upgrade of the normal Tetra, has a slower fire rate, but larger magazine, and now has a new alt-fire which works as a large radius grenade launcher, which again also sounds pretty cool. And then we have the Tenet Flux Rifle, where it's an increased rate of fire and range, while the recharge has been replaced with ammo to increase its power. Then next we have one of my favorite weapons in this new Tenet form, which is the Tenet Arcoplasmor. So it's staggering blast ricochet now, but it has longer range but slower fire rate and reload speeds. It also applies radiation to enemies that survive being shot. Then of course after that we have the Tenet Cycron, which is an upgraded Cycron that allows the disc to hit up to 2 additional targets after hitting the first. Then lastly we have the Tenet Detron. The upgraded form of this now has an alt-fire that dumps an entire clip into one burst, dealing high amounts of damage. Now alongside the Tenet weapons, we also get new Kuva weapons. There are 3 new Kuva weapons being added to the game. The first is the Kuva Heck, which fires from all 4 barrels simultaneously. Then we have the Kuva Tsar, which is a strong explosive barrage and increases range on flak shots. Now it's kind of fitting that this gun actually gets a Kuva form, considering they're adding another Warframe and, you know, Hydroid also used this gun, so it's kind of cool to see them throwing back to the previous Warframe with the weapon at least. Then of course we have the Kuva Grattler, which is an arc gun that now reaches peak fire rate instantly. Now this is what I'm looking most forward to, and this is the new Warframe Yareli. So Yareli is a new water frame that looks a mix of Wisp and Hydroid. You must complete the Voxolaris quest to receive the mission from Rocky to unlock the Wave Rider quest, which is a series of K-Drive challenges that reward the main blueprint. Now for the rest of the parts, these are now available from the new Bash Lab Dojo Room, so you will need to build the new Dojo Room before you can actually finish building Yareli, or find another clan that has in chat. Now when it comes to Yareli, she has some new abilities. Obviously the first one is Sea Snares, where she forms 3 water globules that seek out enemies and expand on contact. These then deal damage and immobilize the victims. Then after that we have Mirolina, which is a rideable creature which is like a K-Drive. However, it protects Yareli and absorbs a large portion of incoming damage, making Yareli more tanky. Then the next ability is called Aqua Blades. This deals damage with 3 Aqua Blades that orbit Yareli as you're running around on the maps. Lastly, we have Riptide. This drags enemies into a crushing maelstrom and then blows them away in a watery burst. For every enemy trapped in the vortex, it increases the burst damage. Now, Yareli's passive is actually very strong and very cool. This is because Yareli gains 100% increased critical chance for secondary weapons when she's been moving for at least 1.5 seconds. When you combine this with Mirolina, I think this is going to be amazing. Especially when you think about a few of the changes I'm going to be talking about, including those new arcanes. Now don't worry guys, with Yareli I will be covering and making a video on how to unlock Yareli completely, what resources you'll need, so keep your eyes out for that, along with a spotlight on Yareli's abilities and new cosmetics. Now when it comes to the market in the game, The market is also going to get a whole bunch of new items. The first one is the Wave Rider collection, which features Yareli, the new Warframe, the new Cisalia helmet, the compressor pistol, Mirolina Sidana, a 3-day affinity and credit booster, and then of course we're also getting the new Ember Deluxe skin, which is called the Ember Pyraxis skin. So this also includes the Ember Pyraxis collection, which obviously includes the skin, a Volcana Sidana Plasm Flamethrower skin. Harrow also receives a new helmet called the Crucis helmet, which will also be found in Nightwave during cred offering rotations, so you don't have to buy this one from the market. Then of course we're getting new Tenogen bundles for frames like Octavia, Baruch, Atlas, and much more. Syndicates are also getting updated, where they have new syndicate offerings of armor sets and emotes. Now there are plenty of game updates coming to the game with the new Sisters of Parvos update. The first one we're going to talk about is Railjack, as that also gives us elite crewmates that are available to purchase from Ticker at Command Intrinsic level 10. Voidstorms are also getting new rewards after getting hollow keys as a currency, which you can then trade with Ergo Glass for Tenet's briefcase weapons. Now these weapons are on a weekly rotation, where one will be available every week, so you need to keep coming back for the next 3 weeks to get all of the weapons. Again, they have a Granum Attaché system, which pauses combo timers when holstered. Now the first one is the Tenet Agendus, which is an impact hammer that launches energy discs. Second is the Tenet Exec, which is a heavy blade that slams forward and sends free shockwaves at enemies. The heavy slams actually unleash a lot more shockwaves. Then after that we have the Tenet Livia, which is a two-handed blade where blocked attacks increased the block angle. Then lastly we have the Tenet Grigori, which the heavy slide attacks launch an energy disc that ricochets and has longer duration depending on your combo timer. Now, as for the other game updates, some updates are huge and require their own videos, and I'll put links to the dev workshop in the description of this video. So first we're getting a melee weaponry balance where they changed 3 mods and have also given primary and secondary weapons arcane slots along with new galvanized mods. Again, the dev workshop is in the link below because these mods and arcanes and changes are just insane and really do deserve their own video. Now the Steel Path rewards are also getting updated with new mods and veiled Riven ciphers. The Parazon is obviously getting reworked to proc mercy kills on bigger and larger enemies, while also gaining 5 new mods. For those of you that have also reached MR30, the next level is coming out called Legendary Rank 1. Alongside those updates, the Helminth is also getting an update with weekly buffs to free Warframes. We're also gaining access to 5 new Helminth abilities. The first one is Golden Instinct, which is a Void Spark that travels towards the closest medallion, Ayatan Sculpture, Unscanned Curia, or Fragment. Next we have Hideous Resistant, which has full immunity to stasis effects. That is actually disgusting. Next we have Voracious Metastasis, which consumes energy to heal ourselves and grant energy to each ally. After that we have Sickening Pulse. Next we have Sickening Pulse, which emits a pulse that adds stacks to status effects on enemies, except Bleed and Toxin, which are duplicated with fresh timers. And lastly we also have Parasitic Armor, where you sacrifice shields to reinforce armor for a period of time. Now the last change, they're adding a few companion changes. This one's a little bit weird, where you can now regress genetic aging with the new option, where stats and customizations remain if you change your mind. Now I don't know why you'd want to make your pet look a bit younger, but you know, I'm not sure what the whole feature is about that one, but I'll have to look into it a bit more. And they've also done this big update where they've removed DNA stability and loyalty degradation entirely. So you no longer have to worry about maintaining your pets. Now for the information you've actually all been looking for, the release date for Sisters of Parvos is the 6th of July 2021. So that is correct. That is next week, Tuesday, from the day I've released this video. And this update is going to be so huge, it's going to be crazy. There's definitely going to be things they might have to change afterwards once the players get their hands on it, but these updates are looking really good so far. Anyway guys, that is all I have for you today, and I hope that you found this video useful, and I should have more Warframe videos out when this update releases, so enjoy the rest of your day. Also, if you want to catch more from me, then you can catch me on Twitch during weekdays, where I play a variety of games, so if you wanted to jump in and watch, or even join in, then check out the link in the description below. Enjoy the rest of your day, peace.